Hello YouTube, welcome to RV Daydream. We're looking at Bodega cooler again. This one, a little smaller, a little bit more manageable, might be just up your alley. Let's take a look at it.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
So you guys know that Bodega Cooler is the company that I've been dealing with on now, I believe, again, I think this is like the 5th cooler. Yeah, that's got to be pretty close. There's a reason. This company makes some really good stuff. Now, some of these things have translated into other companies, meaning that there's a supplier that may supply the same style of cooler, but under another brand name. Well, I'm going to tell you that this company, Bodega, is very nice to deal with. They have much easier communication. They're not fly-by-night. They've been around a long time. So this one is in their TW series. This one does not have wheels or a handle or anything like that. Like I said, it's more manageable. You still have a little bit of weight though to it. And this is the model TW35. The main thing with this one, you know, of course, it runs on household electric. It also runs on 12-volt power. That's what you guys want, is a portable cooler. But this one has an LG compressor. That's not always the case, and the LG compressors, of course, are made a little bit better. This one is small enough in size that you can move it around, but not so much that you're not going to get some use out of it. You have 2 compartments in there. One of them is 0.4 cubic feet, and the other one's 0.9. So one is under a liter, and the other one is 25 liters. And that's because you can do a freezer refrigerator type thing, to where you can have, you know, your frozen items on one side and you can have your nice and cool items on another side. The overall capacity though is 37 quarts, which is 1.3 cubic feet. As far as what you can get in that, I mean, it's a traditional style cooler, but you got to remember that part of it's taken up by the compressor also. The compressor runs very quiet. It's something that you can easily deal with. As far as the dimensions on this, I'm going to give you that, and then we're going to open it up and take a look at it, just so you know. You're looking at about 30 inches by 19 inches by 20 inches. So we'll just say 30, 19, 20. So length, width, height. That's not too bad. Weight on this, 34 pounds. Again, not real bad. 34 pounds can be handled relatively easy, but you got to be able to, you know, pick up that much weight. And remember, it's not like you're carrying this all around. You're basically going to probably put this in your vehicle, and it's going to stay in your vehicle, or you'll take it from your vehicle, put it in your tent or your camper or whatever you're doing, and then it'll be there. So you're not moving it very much, and I don't suggest you move it very much. Now, you can be on a 45-degree angle, as long as it's not there for a long time, and I mean running. So if you happen to be going out with your Jeep and you're going up a mountain and you're going to be on an angle for quite some time, don't leave this running. It is a compressor that has oil in it, and it needs to stay relatively flat. It can do 45 degrees, but just for a short amount of time. All right, so this thing's quite the looker. You have the cup traditional detentions up top, so you don't have stuff necessarily sliding off. Place to put your cup holder. On this side here, you can, you know, your normal power port that I'll look the cords, I'm sure they're in a box inside here. But you also have a separate solar direct. So that's nice that you don't have to plug into something that has solar, you know, with a power port. You can plug your solar directly into it. Now, this one gives you the option. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'll still tell you about it just in case. This compartment here, if you open it up, which is kind of tight here. There we go. You can see these electrodes here. That's because they make a battery that goes in this. I don't know if I would buy the battery. If you have a need to transport it without any power for a period of time, I can understand that. But I wouldn't count on it running for a long time off of a battery. It does a pretty good job, but I can't imagine it going more than, oh, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. But you got to have, you know, frozen food inside this thing. You would have to have it in an ambient air temperature that's not real hot. It'd have to be out of the sun. And I just don't see that battery lasting very long. On top of that, the battery I think's over $150. So again, that's up to you. It is like a almost 16,000 milliamp hour battery, but I just don't know personally. So you can see the corner protectors here. Of course, they got handles on both sides. I mean, all the stuff you should expect. On this side, very nice laid out as far as the instructions and telling you how to use it. I've got a USB port here that you can use for power. That's nice. I always need USB ports, it seems like. And then you have your controls for either the left side or the right side. The left side being the much bigger, the right side being smaller. And there's different settings. This is kind of like a quick start, so you don't have to read the manual, but it says details refer to the user manual. High, medium, low, that's when this will shut off. Like if this is just plugged into your car, you want to make sure that you don't run the battery so low, keeping this thing cool, that your car then won't start. That'd be a problem. And then of course, you can set your temperatures for, like I say, either side. And if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to run both sides to where you can make this one giant freezer, or you can make the little side the cooler and the big side the freezer, or vice versa. So what do I mean by little side or big side? Well, first, this is a nice positive latch, just to give you an idea, again, of the build of the quality. There's a nice rubber gasket that goes all around here, it's pretty supple. This is cool, they give you a little cutting board. I think that's really nice, that's a nice touch. But here's what I'm talking about. This is the little side, this is the big side, and what goes on there is, this is little based on the fact there's a compressor that's underneath. You know, all the workings is underneath this. So again, usually frozen stays, you know, as you know, your freezer on your refrigerator at home is smaller than your refrigerator, but it all depends on what you're trying to do. So inside here, we're going to see the box, and again, there's probably nothing going to be real spectacularly crazy about this. You have a power brick, you have your 12-volt power port, and then this power brick has its own cord, so you can do home power. And again, instruction manual to let you know all the details. All right, so I went ahead and turned this around, got you off the tripod there. Again, here's the bottle opener. And this is probably the loudest part of the whole unit. Right here, yeah, on this side. So let's listen. It's so quiet. I mean, you can hardly hear it running. It's just a good compressor. They thought of it, you know, and done the work on it. The Bodega cooler, again, I've done a review on the other larger cooler just a few days ago. If you're looking to buy this, there's going to be a link down in the description. Go ahead and use the link. There may be a discount code attached. I don't know. I know they have sales going on all the time. After our very first review we did with them, they always give us updates with their sales, and it just seems like they're always putting stuff on sale. And we're starting to slowly go down over here. Like I said, that big side, it's a little bit harder to get cooler, so it's finally starting to drop. And yeah, another great one from Bodega. I appreciate it, guys. And again, links are in the description. As always, we hope to see you out there. Bye.